Coming down the final stretch now. It's Week 14 NFL predictions here on Lit Sports Online. Where we stand right now, Gerald?
Well, because of stupid picks like the ones you did last week with the Panthers, I'm still doing better than you. I am 91-69. You are merely 87-73. And Ross, still with a winning record at 34-24.
Yeah, I mean, I think Ross might actually be doing the best in terms of win percentage at this point.
Yeah, we can look at percentages at the end, but final total scores comes down to you and me. I got one question, though. Do you regret picking the Panthers? It wasn't even close.
I mean, I do. I think that, there's another one I picked that was really bad, the Jets and Colts game. That one wasn't close either. Yeah, I mean, the Panthers, I guess they really just don't have it this year, do they? And
No, not at all. Cam Newton has dapped away this season. Well, let's see what horrible picks you picked this week. First up, Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. It's going to be a really cold one. I'm going to go with the Steelers.
I'm saying clap it up for the Bills, people. I think they're actually going to pull a win here at home with Rex Ryan coaching them. The Steelers, yeah, they got some playmakers. Are the Bills scared of that? I don't think they are. I think they're going to win this week.
You think so?
I do. Home field advantage. They're not a bad team.
I hope so. I really hope so. But for the sake of this record, I'm picking the Steelers because logic says different. This jersey tells me to go with the Bills.
Well, we'll see what happens. Let's see what Ross dialed in. He's texting his picks in again, and he's going with the Steelers.
There you have it.
There you have it. The Ravens fans not confident that the Steelers are getting knocked off.
Yeah, you're not confident about your playoff hopes. Oh, that's right. You're a Rams fan. Ooh. Anyways, next up. Denver Broncos traveling to Tennessee to take on Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. Man, I'm actually impressed by these guys, and I believe Mariota is the quarterback of the future. And I think the future is now, and the Titans take a victory this weekend.
I'm saying that the Titans are going to fizzle out this week. The Broncos, the thing is, I don't think Mariota's gone up against this tough of a defense yet. And, if they're not going to be able to run the ball that well with DeMarco Murray and they have to rely solely on Mariota against this kind of defense, I think this is the game where he comes back down to earth.
I literally watched the play. That man made like an 87-yard run. The man can do it all. I like Mariota. I am confident that he will pull off a victory against the Broncos. I'm not sold on him. I'm just not sold on him.
Well, it's kind of like what we saw, and again, Mariota's not a rookie anymore, but Carson Wentz started the year, he was hot. What happened to him? He fizzled out.
Well, this is also towards the end of the season, and I think there's a 3-way tie in the AFC South, is there? Yeah. So, who knows what could happen there. We'll have to see.
Well, if the Broncos lose this one, I really think it's going to be because their offense can't get it going more so than their defense, not be able to limit Mariota. We'll see what happens. Let's see what Ross is going with. And Ross is going to stick with the Titans.
All right, smart man. Next up, we got the Redskins traveling to Philly to take on the Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to pull off an upset here and get the victory.
I don't. I mean, let's face it, the Eagles,
They're
they're in a bad slump. They are in a slump right now. And can they get out of this slump against the Redskins? I mean, I just don't think so.
Do they have the weapons? Possibly. I mean, any given Sunday here, and that's the logic I'm going for this one. But it's in Philly. Again, the Eagles are in a slump. They got to pull themselves out. If they don't pull themselves out, I mean, yeah. I mean, their season virtually is done. It's the end of the season.
I think their playoff hopes are going down the tubes, and
they're not there. They're not there. And what better reason than to knock off the Redskins with a victory this weekend? What do teams that are not going to the playoff love to do? They love to knock playoff potential teams out. That's what happens here. They're going to be playing the hardest.
I think one thing that will give them more of a chance is that Jordan Matthews is coming back from injury, and that should help out the offense a bit. But I still am going to give this one to the Redskins. Let's see what Ross has to say. And Ross is going to go with the Redskins as well.
Of course he would. Next up, we have the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Dolphins, who took a horrible, horrible beating from the Ravens. And they're going to take another beating this weekend when the Cardinals come into town.
Yeah, they are. I mean, there's not much to discuss here.
No.
Cardinals, superior team. Dolphins, they can win games, but only against teams that have weak rushing defenses, really, or if they get lucky. And the game script doesn't go to them here. Cardinals are really good at stopping the run. They have a lot of talent on offense. Don't see them pulling this one out.
Tannehill's a joke. The kid is a joke. I mean, oh my gosh. Like, you would have thought the Ravens were playing a practice squad the way that the Dolphins played last week. I was like, what is life? I mean, literally complete annihilation. And, I mean, the defense ain't no better. Joe Flacco had a career game last weekend.
Well, again, we all saw that coming. The game script wasn't going to the Dolphins there. In M&T Bank Stadium, #1 rushing defense. That's all they got is the run game, really. I mean, if they have the run game going, Tannehill can produce somewhat, but if they don't have it, he's going to struggle a lot. So,
Yeah.
And this is going to be another one for them.
I hear you. What did Ross pick?
Ross, quite predictably, going with the Cardinals.
All right. Next up, we have the Vikings traveling to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Vikings, no question.
Yeah, I'm also taking Vikings here. Jaguars, home field advantage. Who cares? It's not going to help them. And the Vikings should be able to go in there, and their defense alone can win them this one. Even if they have a bad day on offense, which I don't think they're going
This
to.
might be a game to get the backups, some playing time.
Yeah, I think so. Get a couple backup receivers out there, maybe see how much depth you got on that defense. You can take some risks and still come away with the victory here.
All right, next up. Wait, actually, who did Ross pick?
Ross is going Vikings.
Okay, I kind of predicted that was a no-brainer. Next up, the Texans are taking on the Colts in Indianapolis. Indianapolis home field advantage, giving them the victory.
I haven't picked the Colts much this season, but I'm going to pick them this week.
Oh, well, don't jinx them now.
I mean, Texans, don't get me wrong, Texans can contend with the Colts, but I saw the Colts put up a very good performance last week against the Jets, going into that stadium and blowing them out. And Texans are starting to look not as good. I mean, Brock Osweiler, talk about a guy that I might actually want to have Tannehill on my team over. I mean, this guy also really stinks, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's weird because I was so convinced by him when he pretty much was at least on, from my point of view, was the reason the Denver Broncos were in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, here's the thing about Osweiler is, I did some research on this guy. He didn't even produce that well in college. And I think when a quarterback doesn't perform that well in college, you have no business trying to make him a starter in the NFL. The guy doesn't have the talent to get it done.
I mean, to be honest, Tom Brady, 6th-round draft pick, Michigan, and now he's the GOAT. The greatest of all time.
But he wasn't a bad player when he played in college.
Touche.
So I don't know what they were thinking with Osweiler. I think it was a forced decision to try and get him on the team, make him the starter.
Well, I think he had a lot of sizzle, and Texans were like, oh, let's try it. I think Denver was smart getting rid of him. Now, looking, you know what they say, hindsight 2020. I was one of the biggest people that were like, why did they get rid of him? You got rid of Osweiler. The reason why you guys got to the playoffs when Manning was injured. He won you games. But seeing him now, not sold.
Yeah, and you can also see it with DeAndre Hopkins. He was a really good receiver last year, and he's not doing that much this year. It has to do with quarterback play.
Another overpaid quarterback. But nonetheless, I think we can both agree Colts are going to get a victory. Let's see what Ross has to say.
And Ross is also going with the Colts.
All right. Next up, we got the San Diego Chargers taking on the Panthers. Justin, you going to pick them again?
I mean, it's a tough one to call for me, really. Even seeing the Panthers get blown out by Seattle, it's still, taking the Chargers, they haven't done that well this season either, have they? I mean,
no.
So it's a game that could go either way. I'll stick with the home team and take the Panthers again.
I think I'm going to go with the Panthers on this. They need something. I'm going to give them this one. Let's go, Panthers.
All right. And what's Ross got to say? Ross is going against us. He's going to take the Chargers.
Surprise, surprise. Wow. All right. Carry on. Next up, AFC North bottom of the barrel matchup. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. And RG3's back? Interesting. Could the Browns pick up a victory with RG3 on the field? You know what? I'm going to say yeah. I'm going to say, heck, why not?
Upset alert, huh?
Well, upset alert.
Yeah, I mean, the Browns, they've got a shot in this one. They have a shot.
They have a quarterback.
We got to remember, Bengals still don't have A.J. Green, but the Bengals are coming off a win. I'm going to go with the Bengals on this one. But if the Browns won, I wouldn't be totally surprised.
Yeah.
This is a game they got a shot at winning, but I still think the better odds are with the Bengals. I'll take them. And let's see what Ross has to say about it.
I can almost guess.
Well, we already know he said Browns aren't winning a game, so he's taking the Bengals here.
There you go. There has it, the voice of Ross. Next up, we got the Chicago Bears traveling to Detroit to take on the Lions. And the Lions, they got it on lock. This is their win.
Divisional matchup.
Yep.
I actually am expecting a close game here, but the edge still does go to the home team, the Lions. They do have the better quarterback. I just feel like they got more going for them. I'll take them in for this one.
Next up.
Whoa. See what Ross is texting us in
all right.
here.
Forgot about the guy. He's not here, you know.
So Ross is also going to take the Lions.
Ooh, nice. Next up, the Jets travel to San Francisco to take on the 49ers. Can the 49ers get a victory this weekend?
I don't know. Can they, Gerald?
Not at all. Jets.
I'm saying the 49ers are going to get a victory.
Wow.
And now, you know I'm not biased here because do I want the 49ers to
Yeah.
win? I mean, their divisional opponent, the Rams, I don't really like them, but I saw something last week. The Jets suck. I mean, come on, you're at home and you just get blown out by the Colts. I mean, come on now. So, Colin Kaepernick, I think he's still got something to give him a little spark. All the defense does need to show up, but like these are two teams that are doing really badly.
Yeah.
The 49ers have the worst record. I hear you on that. But I think at home they can actually pull this one out.
All right, we're going to see this Sunday. Who did Ross pick?
Ross is going with the New York Jets.
Surprise, surprise. All right.
Got Ross on your side on that one.
Dude, he's a smart man. Smarter than you. Next up, we got the New Orleans Saints traveling to Tampa Bay to take on the Bucs. I think the Saints are going to pick up a road victory. What about you, Justin?
I'm hearing people are saying that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to destroy the Saints this week. Book it. Book it. It's going to happen. And why, you say? Look at Mike Evans, red hot receiver. He's going to get 100 yards this game. Doug Martin, Jaquiz Rodgers, combining for over 100 rushing yards. And Jameis Winston, 4 TDs against the poorest Saints defense. What do you have to say about that, Gerald?
Not a damn chance. Anyways, you want to make another bet on dinner?
Damn straight I
there
do.
You go. Dinner.
I like my odds on this one.
Because you lost the bet last week with the Panthers. This is your dumb pick this weekend. Got it. Signed, sealed, delivered.
Book it.
Book it. What did Ross pick?
Ross is on my side. Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wow.
Clap it up for Ross.
Okay. I'm not counting out Drew Brees. You got one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. I'm sorry. No.
I'm sorry, but Jameis, second coming of Big Ben.
Listen, famous Jameis, I love him too. But he's not getting a victory this weekend.
Jameis, that's all I gotta say.
All right, well, you know what? Hey, I think next week I want a cheesesteak sub for dinner.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess you're buying a run cheesesteaks then, Gerald.
I guess you will. Oh. Put it on your credit card. There you go. Next game. Atlanta Falcons travel to take on your Rams. Well, you guys aren't getting a victory this weekend. Falcons with the win.
I'm gonna have faith in my team and pick the Rams.
Upset alert very much.
And I'm full aware they could lose this game, but I'm gonna pick them anyway.
I know what it's
I'm
like.
not going against my team this week.
I know what it's like. I know exactly what it's like.
And let's see what Ross has to say. Of course, he's going to go with the Falcons on this one.
And last, certainly not least, Monday Night Football. A mountain to climb for my Baltimore Ravens as they travel to Foxborough to take on the New England Patriots. This is going to be a tough one. But you know what? I have faith. Baltimore, all the way.
I view this as a game that could go either way because I've seen the Ravens play Tom Brady really tough in the past.
Yeah.
They seem to be one of the defenses that gives them the most trouble. But it's still a well-tuned machine down there in New England.
Oh, that thing is
and, you know,
that's
not
a
only do
machine.
you need to dismantle the offense, you also need to be able to put up points against their defense with Joe Flacco. So I'm giving an edge to the Patriots here, and that's the team I'm going to pick. Wouldn't be shocked if it went the other way, but that's the team I'm going with, Patriots at home.
Let's be honest here, Baltimore. I'm speaking directly to my city. A lot of people's jobs are on the line this season, man. They got to pull off a victory. It's almost like they have to. They're in a vulnerable position. I mean, we've seen it happen, you know. Ravens have looked inconsistent the last 2 years. And, of course, Joe Flacco was injured, and so was like the team last year. But Joe's been inconsistent this year. We're paying him a lot of money. And if he can show up like he did last week, no question, they're going to win. This is going to be a tough game. Hugely tough game. But I like the defense. The defense looks like the defense of old. You got Eric Weddle back there. I mean, I love that kid. Love him. You got Terrell Suggs holding it down. Old-time leadership. Well, Darius Webb is even looking good in his newfound safety position. There's a lot of key elements. And, of course, you know, the defense can only do so much. This isn't 2000 where the Ravens literally win games off the defense alone. No, you got to put points up nowadays. So Joe, Terrence West, you know, Mike Wallace, all the boys, they got to show up. If they show up like they did this past weekend, yeah, I think they could win.
Ravens looking to lock down a playoff spot. Patriots looking to clinch a first-round bye in the playoffs. And a win here would do wonders for both teams, really.
I think there's a lot on the line this week, and Monday night. You want to go get wings? Let's go get wings and watch the game. Let's do it.
Why not?
Let's do it. What did Ross pick?
Ross is going with his home team, the Ravens. Yeah, that's actually one of the real reasons why I picked the Patriots. I need to get some games up on you guys. I got to go opposites on some of these things.
If you jinx the Ravens this weekend, that hurt you. All right.
And so that's going to do it for our episode Week 14 NFL predictions here on Lit Sports Online.
My name is Gerald and this is Justin. Don't forget to like and subscribe our videos and let us know what you think. For Ross, Justin, and me, good night.